Spoilers coming around the hillock. Oh, yeah.
Suck my prey. So how do you feel about Sasha? Glad she's off the show now.
Yeah. I hate that she got so much of a fucking fanfare and, like, send-off. Like, Glenn didn't get fucking shit. And she's basically gotten, like, 3 fucking episodes. Really fucking annoys me.
I like that they remembered him this episode, like going out of their way, it seemed like, to remember him. How it
I
all
don't know. To
started.
me, that shit seemed almost,
Too little, too late.
not exactly. I don't know how to articulate what I'm feeling. Kind of like they're using Glenn's memory to heighten the emotional impact, but without earning it.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like they fucking shit on Glenn in season 6. And, like, he was barely fucking in it. And then they kill him. And now they're like, oh yeah, fucking everything was because of Glenn. And I'm like, it would have been nice to have fucking seen this shit in the last season he was in. Instead of him, like, standing around in the background for more than half of the fucking episodes. And then, like, not even in the other half of episodes.
Very true. Always gonna be down with like show us, don't just say it.
Yeah, and, like, I feel like Glenn's death could have been so much more heightened by showing the reunion with Maggie and how fucking happy and relieved they both are. Show Glenn, like, more time with him and Maggie, the pregnancy, and how they're both happy and looking forward to the future and, like, all of this shit. And then fucking show Glenn stepping up into more of a leadership role. He doesn't have to be, like, guns up fucking Billy Badass, but just, like, more of a authority figure in Alexandria, and, like, people actually coming to him and him making decisions and being like, this would be the best way to do it, like, blah, blah, blah. Just develop his character and make it seem like, Glenn's going to be around for the long haul. And, like, he's really grown into himself. He's becoming more of the man he's going to be for the rest of his life. Like, Dale and Herschel shaped him into this. He's, like, a really good person, and then to have him, like, snatched away, like, at the last second. It'd be
Yeah,
so
you're
much
right.
more impactful.
Yeah, he was never like they gave him moments of him being like a good like scavenger scout. He had a whole like mini thing with Nicholas and Aiden or Adrian. But he was like, that's still like yeah, he's like the rogue class of our group. It's not like he's like pretty much next in line to be like the leader or something. They never like all of that was like our headcanon basically. It was
Yeah,
all
and, like,
there, the whole run that he was on there, but especially that last season, they really just he was just another member of the group.
and, like, a minor member at that.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe they were trying to throw misdirection, like, we're not featuring Glenn at all, so there's no way he's gonna die.
no,
Because,
I
like,
think something was weird, like something
I
was
think so too,
something was going on. Like, how could you? I don't know.
but I knew Sasha was fucking toast when it's, like, her, like, fucking with headphones on, close up, and, like, as that shit's going on, I'm like, she's fucking toast. Like, 100%, there's no fucking way she's coming out of this. And then she's having, like, prophetic dreams. And, like, if people had just listened to her, like, Abraham and Glenn might still be alive. Fuck that stupid shit. Or is that dream that
That
she's, like, flashing back
that
to?
that
Or,
was
like,
that was I think that actually happened.
yeah, so, like, she did have a fucking prophecy. I would have honestly rathered, like, some sort of thing where they never ran into the saviors and it's like a time skip. like 5 years in the future, and her and Abraham have a fucking kid together or something. That would be much better than like, oh, fucking Sasha was so perfect. Like, she even knew that this shit was gonna happen, and she fucking told him, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I mean, maybe it didn't happen and she was just like, it just seems weird that she would make up something like that in her head and it like not being explicitly like, yeah, there was someone holding a weird bat or something, like you were drowning at sea.
Yeah.
That's a weird fucking thing to say.
Even after all of this, I still can't hate Abraham. I really want to dislike him, but I still can't. Like, his actor just has that fucking charisma, I guess. Or like he just gets a pass because I liked him in earlier seasons.
Seeing
But I
him
mean,
again, yeah, I admit I felt similar things, like, because I remember we were both like, yeah, he's done, fuck him, when he was still alive for the last couple
yeah.
episodes. But seeing him again after this while, like, yeah, I had the same basic thoughts.
And it wasn't like, oh, like poor Sasha, or like, oh, like they could have had something together. It was just more like, I
It
like
was just,
seeing Abraham again.
yeah, it was just Abraham, like,
Yeah. And then like I liked the shit of him saying like we always put ourselves first for danger. We always put our shit on the
like he
chopping
meant
block
like put his
first.
meat on the grill, right?
Yeah.
Like that shit making me laugh, and like it was still poignant, like while
Yeah, like
being
I
like
didn't want to
ridiculous.
fucking talk about meat on the fucking grill.
You can still talk. It was still a poignant moment, I felt. But he
It
literally
was,
meant
but
like meat on the grill.
yeah.
I guess though, yeah, you're right. Taken to its conclusion, not the best direction to take. Like he's so like put that
Yeah,
meat.
like he's inciting fucking danger so that he has the opportunity to put fucking his shit on the grill.
Yeah, and I was fine with like as fine as I can be with like Sasha and like at the beginning of this season, I remember just being like, there's no point being so fucking mad at her constantly. Like,
I think she took a coward's way out. I don't think she accomplished anything other than she didn't have to witness her friends getting killed. If anything, that could have pissed Negan off more and make him like fucking kill more people because he said he was only gonna do one instead of three just for her. So her killing herself could like jeopardize that deal, and he will kill fucking three or more. Pisses me off that like they nerf fucking Negan so fucking much just for her to get some extra shine time.
nerfed him?
He's never been afraid of walkers or had trouble dealing with them. Ever. That shit's like enjoyable to him to kill walkers. She like fucking like fucked his shit up and he was like trying to fight her off for so fucking long.
Yeah, and they didn't even kill her. Just so they could have the final.
Yeah, and it's just like, made Negan look like a big fucking pussy.
I wouldn't say so, because I mean, he was basically fucking chilling. He's always
No, I
like,
don't mean the
oh
whole
shit,
thing.
kind of surprised, and then like, whatever, like so soon afterwards.
I just mean like, why is it like fucking people can it's the same with the fucking shit with Gregory in the other episode. When it's in Alexandria, Maggie can walk around fucking knifing walkers without struggling with them, like at all. Like she just like pops them in the fucking dome with a knife and moves on to the next one. And they're like taking out 100 fucking walkers just with knives. But like, I don't know, she's like out there with Gregory and then the second walker pops up and she's like struggling with it so fucking much. Like it was some sort of like weird situation. I can understand in those fucked up situations when it's like in the fucking sewer or there's some sort of like environmental reason as to why you're getting fucked up by this walker. You know, like your leg is stuck in something, or like you're backed up against a shelf, or like there's some reason why you can't just fucking shit up easily. But she's just out in the open ground, just standing there like hugging the fucking walker for like 5 minutes. And it's just like, come the fuck on. Like, this shit is so fucking inconsistent. If the scene wasn't written for fucking Gregory to have the walker like biting at him and shitting him in danger, and then Maggie needing to struggle with the walker to make tension, she would have fucking dispatched that walker in like 5 seconds. They just have it be whatever they need it to be with no consistency whatsoever. Because we've seen fucking Maggie literally just like take her knife out and just fucking stab it in the fucking head and keep walking. Like she doesn't even slow down. So what about that one walker was so fucking like impressive that she had to sit there and struggle with it for so fucking long? Unless like you're gonna headcanon that she was trying to make Gregory look bad in front of people, and I don't like that at all. That's really fucking like shitty and conniving and like a side of Maggie that I don't like, if that is what it actually is supposed to be.
I'd rather not think of her in that way. She's never shown anything like that. She may be worldly, but that doesn't mean conniving.
Yeah, like underhandedly conniving. Like that's just not Maggie's character. And like she doesn't need to do that. She can fuck Gregory's shit up so fucking easily just by being the person that she is naturally. People will follow her.
Yeah. My only problem with the last episode was like, I felt like she could have used a bit more tact. Like, she didn't have much to work with because they saw the entire thing. But like, she pretty much made it, like, made sure that Gregory would be fucking pissed by kind of trying to, you know, make it not seem so bad. She could have said some other shit. I don't fucking know. Maybe nothing at all would have been better than what she said. Like, what's the matter? You never had trouble taking down a walker?
Yeah.
Like, keep it moving. I could see her say that. And like we just discussed now, everyone has trouble with walkers selectively. Fucking Negan can struggle with a walker. Like fucking Gregory can. She could paint it. She could have painted it in. If they wanted to say she's a smooth politician, she makes everyone like her and is very like politically maneuvering and shit. Tactfully, she could have done something like what I said.
Yeah.
But it was so like, it's okay. He's learning. Never done it before. Soft as shite. And he lied to you and me. But it's okay. He's learning. It's like, damn, man. Like, fucking hell. I mean, fuck Gregory. I hate that motherfucker. Don't get me wrong.
I do
just
have a
meant
lot of respect for the actor, though. I agree with you. But that motherfucker is taking like this slimy, simpering, egg suck fucking shit to the next level. Like, he is so thoroughly detestable in every fucking way. Like, there's nothing redeeming about him whatsoever.
Don't get me. Yeah, hey, if you're in Terminator 2, like, you get a super fucking boost. And he was very different in Terminator 2. Granted,
Yeah.
like, probably 30 years ago, but, like, you know.
Well, he was also the fucking stepfather in Taken, wasn't he?
It's possible.
Like, when fucking Liam Neeson is like, we're not fucking measuring dicks right now. Let me fucking look it up. I'm gonna just look up Taken. Yeah, he was the stepdad in Taken.
Oh, interesting. I wonder what he was like.
He was the same character as Gregory, but like with money. Because he was like, oh, well, fucking, I got like some kind of fucking bullshit oil money. And he's like, you know, this isn't the time to measure dicks. Fucking Stewart.
I remember that shit because he was so, like, it was time to measure dicks. But, like, not when it came to that or something. It was so, like, but maybe that was the point of the scene. Would the actor be insulted if they want, like, if in his death scene he was carrying, like, a fucked up, like, carton of milk? If I was an episode director for something and he was on there and like I happen to be directing his death scene or like writing it or something. I don't know. And we're like, hey, so I want you carrying like this fucked up like carton of milk or some shit, and like someone's gonna fucking knife you in the face.
Like through it.
Yeah, or some, short of fucking like a James Cameron fucking copyright claim, It's an obvious homage, not a fucking shot-for-shot remake or something, but maybe you'll see, like, if Negan did it, like, he'll, like, tilt his head kind of weird and look at him. Um, but anyways, would he be offended? Like, it's like, I fucking made that movie, like, 25 years ago. Like, we get it. Like, can we fucking move on? But it's such a fucking like out of a
I think it
genuine
would be
place.
complimentary, wouldn't it?
Yeah, in my
It'd be
opinion,
kind
it
of
would
like,
be.
I really appreciate your work, and like, I want to homage your previous work. I
Yeah,
feel like
and
an
like
actor would
my
dig that.
favorite basically movie of all time. Like, can you fucking give me that a little bit, Like, I'm glad to be working with you. Like, I remember
Yeah.
you from basically like that bit part.
Yeah, I think because like that milk shit isn't like chopping him up. It's not like, oh yeah, we're gonna have you shit your pants like fucking you did in this other movie or something. Like yeah, he's getting killed, but I mean, it's not like insulting. It's really kind of interesting that you're talking about a fucked up homage to a classic action movie, because the fucking gun that Negan had was the fucking Snake Plissken's gun from Escape from New York.
What was up with all these fucked up weird gats this fucking season, this shootout? What the fuck was Daryl shooting? That shit looks so
Um,
fucking weird.
it just had a triangular shroud over the barrel. It wasn't like a weird gun. But I'm 100% not mistaken about Snake Plissken's gun. And that's not like, oh, he was using the same type of gun that Snake Plissken was using. Because that gun was built for fucking Escape from New York. It's a custom Mac 10 with a fucking extra long suppressor, and then the scope is attached to the suppressor, not the gun. Like, that's not a fucking configuration anyone would do, other than for fucking directly referencing Escape from New York. So that's kind of interesting.
And neat. Just in general, like it's cool.
Yeah, like, there's knives and shit on this show that, like, I have a casual like interest in knives. Like I'm not like some kind of fucking knife weirdo.
I mean,
But I
Tom Carroll's
reckon
knife was fucking so nice or some shit, right? It's like a
yeah, yeah.
$500 knife or something.
Yeah. Oh, way more than that. But like really there's been some times when like there's guns that are being used that I'm like, where the fuck would they have gotten that gun? Like that's not the type of gun that would be sitting around. Like having a fucking a fin foul or a fucking Starog, weird European guns. Like, yeah, a collector could have had them, but they still use like weird ammunition, non-standard NATO rounds and shit. Like, it's just kind of like the prop master or firearms master or whatever wanted to put like cool guns in the show, not realistic ones. And the same with knives. Like, there's been a couple different knives that I'm like, that's a really rare knife. Like, it's hard to find. So it's kind of like weird that these people would have them. They just like found them. When it's like a holy grail knife, there was only 500 of them ever made. Like it's just kind of like weird to see that kind of shit.
Yeah, I don't even know how I feel about it. Like it's cool as a like an audience, like as a movie fan, but it's also like maybe it distracted me in the wrong way because I didn't know what they were. Um, I didn't know what they were, but like it was definitely fucked looking. The one that Negan had.
Yeah, I recognized it instantly because, like, it's such a fucking weird configuration. Like, it doesn't even make fucking sense to put the scope attached to the suppressor. Like, that's so fucking stupid, basically, but it looks cool. Oh, you're right about the fucking Morlocks.
More like you were right. I mean, I was in agreement, but like, you called it way fucking early. Like it was like to the point where it's like it was almost disappointing because it was called so early. Not on your part, just like
No, I know what you mean. I
I
was kind of hoping it wasn't going to go
yeah,
that way, too.
in the sense of like you want to be surprised, you know. I mean, same thing for this, or similar thing for this Eugene thing. I mean, yeah, okay, so he definitely flipped. There's no doubt about it now. But it's one of those like kind of now it's the matter of what Sasha said to him, like I haven't given up on you kind of thing. It's like so he's still gonna make the choice later. It's like basically delaying the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still very disappointed.
You don't think he made the correct select?
I think he did, but
For him?
like long bomb, a long con. Like I don't know, like because I feel like I think loyalty is is such a badass trait. Like it's hard to say though. I mean, to put yourself in Eugene's shoes may be totally different. It's not like he was fucking high ranking. I mean, the last thing he was doing in Alexandria was eating Rosita's shit. Basically, I mean, well, you meant like they thought you thought I meant literally.
Like, literally, he was. So. Eugene, are you eating my shit? Yes. Well, yes.
Now, the digestion of this fecal matter has no bearing on your or my characters.
I do believe I made the correct select when I determined to ingest your fecal matter.
I need people fucking drenched in doused in that liquid ass around the perimeter. ASAP stat. Yesterday. Right fucking now.
PDQ. No, scratch that. PFQ.
Looking for a HF. That's guys are looking for a HFRN.
That tiger shit, like, really took this to comic book land. Like,
It was
really
so, it
badly.
was like, I really, like, don't get me wrong, I don't have that many illusions about this show, like the caliber of it. I'm here for the tropes and the characterization. I do like Negan being surprised, maybe not by Sasha and all that. I agree with what you're saying, but like, I want to see Rick win. He's been eating enough shit this whole season. I like that they're, you know, even for now that they're making a win. Like having it jumped off by a fucking tiger attack, like really fucking ruined it for me. If it
Yeah,
was like
especially
a
because it was supposed to be so fucking, like, fuck yeah. Like, that was
yeah,
supposed
oh
to be
yeah,
something for people to whack
definitely
off
this
to.
that's something that's like a stand up and cheer moment for some people, for many people. I guess it's just like it just that fucking tiger just doesn't fit. Maybe it fit in with the comics, I understand, but like I've never been like, well, it was in the comics, so no, like it just doesn't fit here.
I also hate the argument of if I were to say the tiger is very unrealistic, and then fucking zombies are unrealistic.
Yeah, just because like we can't time travel doesn't mean they can't follow their own fucking rules that they established in every movie by having like a fucked up train.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know? Like, yeah,
yeah,
I understand
fucking
time travel does not exist. But like why not just have a totally non-sequential story mixed and matched with all kinds of fucking genres that make no fucking sense. Like it's just pure spectacle, you know, just put fucking fucked up fireworks on the screen at that point, right? Like
yeah.
I don't agree.
Because other than the zombies themselves, the rest of the show is supposed to be very grounded and realistic and gritty and like what is the human like species going to do in the face of this? And when you put like some stupid fucking shit like a tiger from out of fucking nowhere, it's just ridiculous. It's just
Yeah, and it's why is it so like, oh shit, a fucking tiger? Whatever you do, don't shoot at it. Like,
and like why did the tiger like save Carl out of everyone? Like right when Negan was gonna fucking bash his fucking brains in or out, the tiger fucking do sexes. It's just like fuck.
I mean, how is he like differentiating between friend and foe?
Yeah, because
Like
it's
they're
not
not
like they say
being
that he
aggressive
fucking trained
to,
that fucking shit.
yeah, they're
He's
not
like, yeah,
being.
she allows me to keep her.
But I mean, I guess it made sense. It doesn't matter. It happened.
It happened. I'm fucking over it. I was really disappointed with this whole thing as a season finale, though. This whole episode was pretty shitty to me. Basically, nothing really fucking happened other than Sasha dying.
Well, no, it's
Like, there's the morale
look,
boost
look.
of, like, yay, we, like, made the Saviors leave temporarily, and now they're gonna come back and fuck our ever-living fucking shit up so fucking badly. But everyone's acting like it's a complete victory, like they won. The Saviors
Yeah,
did a tactical retreat.
they won the skirmish for now. I think it was okay. It was I like the finale in that like I was definitely interested in whatever. I had no idea where it was gonna go.
Yeah, I didn't know
Um,
what the fuck was gonna happen, but
like I didn't think
beyond
Negan was
that,
gonna die. I mean, you know, there are certain things like yeah, I don't think people are gonna. I didn't think Michonne was dead. Um, but
yeah,
again,
it
that's
didn't
because
even
I've
cross
been
my mind Michonne
that's
died.
probably because I've been spoiled in terms of like promo images and things. Like I feel like I've seen her in promo images, so I'm like, yeah, she's probably not gonna die right now. Same thing for Rick's hands, you know, things like that. Like I feel like I've seen his
Mm.
hands. Um,
You
but
can take these hands.
I did think it was interesting, like he didn't falter when like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill Carl. It's like, yeah, like yeah, we're fucked. We fucked up. Carl's gonna die, but like he's still, you know, this time he wasn't like. I'm not saying it was a good move or anything. I found it noteworthy.
Yeah,
Like
it's
he had,
definitely contrasting from the very first episode of the season, where it basically broke Rick for fucking Carl to be threatened to have his hand cut off. It broke Rick. And at this point, he's like, I'm going to kill Carl. And Rick's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll kill you.
I wouldn't say it was like whatever, but it was like it's gonna happen anyways. There's no point in me grow and like I obviously made a fucked up move. There's like pretty much no reason to beg, so might as well lean into it. But I would have liked it more if the whole reason for him finally deciding to wage the war was basically not Spencer. I'm
Yeah.
still It's not because of Spencer, obviously, it's everything, but it was just like that moment was the turning point. I was still waiting for him to be like, no, I didn't really mean it, or something, or
I don't know. I really didn't like. I understand for audiences that they've been eating shit for like a fucking year with all the people at Alexandria, like the audience has been. They've been under the Savior's boot heel with them. So they needed some relief from that, some kind of glimpse of hope for the future. But the way that everyone was basically like, yeah, let's have a fucking picnic, like we're done. It should have been way more like pulling the tarp off of a fucking minigun. Okay, we need to take it to the Saviors right the fuck now before they can regroup. We need to fucking mobilize. Like, we have no time to sit back and wait. We're not going to sleep tonight. Like, we're mobilizing. That would have been a much better ending for the season to me.
Yeah, if I was Negan, like
move
I
on.
would have just came immediately back. He can't radio for help right then. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they could have drove 10 minutes away and fucking been like, get your fucking ass over here right now. Everyone, all satellite outposts. This is a fucking
But
code
I
red.
mean,
Get your fucking bitch ass here.
I kind of respect it, and I also kind of don't that like he was even there in the first place. It's like I respect like generals with their soldiers kind of thing, but it's
Yeah.
also like he could have just got killed.
Yeah, it's a
Again,
lot of confidence to place in the fucking Morlocks.
yeah, I
Because, I
mean,
mean, the Morlocks could have double-crossed Negan. Or would that be
that's the thing. I still can't
triple-cross?
figure out how much he cares about his own well-being. Like legit cares more than just like, oh, okay, I obviously don't want to like pull the fucking trigger myself type shit. I'm still trying to get a beat on it, and I'm also trying to separate it from TV dick,
Yeah.
which is admittedly getting harder and harder.
Well, the writing is going more and more downhill, it seems like.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to, on one hand, be like, well, I'll forgive this, and this one I won't, and this one I will. At some point, it's kind of like, well, what am I even watching this for? I might as well write a fanfic.
Yeah, I get that.
It's not just my investment in the show keeping it going. It is performances like Negan himself, Jeffrey D. Morgan himself, just him alone. Even Trevor and all my favorites, like cast member of the main group wise, like I still enjoy seeing them just on a pure like entertainment level. I don't know how certain things what they're gonna decide to do. But in terms of the best thing going for the characterization is definitely fucking going downhill. It's just too inconsistent.
Yeah, it seems more like they're trying to capitalize on events. Events are driving the characters instead of characters driving the events. And I
Yeah,
don't
and
like
like I
that.
am like enthralled by these events. I'm like, what the fuck's gonna go on and like shit like that. But I can't be like, yeah, this is great. This is from great fucking writing. Far from it.
I find Dwight compelling too. You kind of left him off the list. I know he's kind of a minor character, but I find him really interesting.
He's been growing on me more and more. Like his whole thing. I mean, it's a realistic thing. Like even me, every time I see one of those like good people turn bad characters, I imagine like what would it be like if I were them? There's no going back from it. Like
Yeah,
that kind of thing. Like I've seen that in other things, and like I could see the thing. It's like the kind of on a minor level with Loki and Thor. It's like you can still come back, in Avengers 1, I mean. It's like you can still come back. Like just please come back. Like it's not too late. And it's like, yeah, it is. For him, it's like, yeah, it is. Like I've gone so far. Like what are you like where I'm just gonna fucking have dinner with you and fucking, Odin like now? Like no. There is a part of me that wants to go back, believe me, but like that shit's just over with. Like I'm just not that person anymore. And I'm like, it's like a self-fulfilling, self-justifying thing. It's like I did that for some reason that I believed was correct. I don't want to just believe like it was so fucking, I just did that for nothing. And it's like, I don't know if he's 100% on the level he seems like he is, Dwight, but I do find it believable. Like, I did this for
yeah.
a person and that person is no longer here anymore. So Yeah.
it also wouldn't be worth it to him to risk leaving that didn't know figurine there. There's absolutely no fucking benefit to that. Like, tactically, I can't think of it. Because, I mean, if Negan was
Yeah.
playing Dwight on some kind of fucking traitor angle, like, you know, like pretend to be a traitor and we'll get inside info, blah, 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 then why would fucking Negan need to make Dwight look like he's not a traitor, but then have him, like, leave a didn't know fucking icon to throw doubt as if he is a traitor or not? It's too fucking convoluted and fucking weird.
Yeah, and like he did knock the trees down.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck? And he's not even looking at Dwight weird. There's no real reason to not out him in front of his men.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's like he's trying to flush out a fucking rat within his men. But again, that's so convoluted. Like, this ain't fucking Departed.
Yeah, so I think that Dwight was probably genuine and just like he couldn't take the risk to stand with Rick.
I was expecting some kind of fucking first order shit in that last scene. Like, so many fucking people. That shit was pretty much
that
like...
shit cut off so fast. I'm like, did my
yeah.
episode like not end properly or something? Because like I expected like the camera to keep rotating, and it's like, yeah, like you said, like first order shit, like
Yeah.
so fucking many,
Like way
motherfuckers.
too fucking many. Like, and like
Yeah.
they're not afraid of fucking weird CG. Just fucking
Maybe they blew the
like
fucking
copy
budget
and
on that
paste.
stupid tiger.
Yeah, like they, you know what I mean? Like the shot was so set up to scroll for so long, but it just didn't. It's just like, oh, okay. It's basically like, yeah, like a well-armed Alexandria. What?
Like fucking like the camera would have kept scrolling, but all the people were that fucking weird silver CG thing from that music video yesterday because they couldn't finish rendering it.
What was the name of that song again? The what?
Da
The dip?
dip.
That dip. It did make me laugh, like after I lay with him. Cause she was looking so fucking turned on every scene they were in with
Yeah.
like with each other, and I'm like, oh, that's just her being fucking like Morlockish, you know? But like, no, she really was turned on.
What were they gonna do with fucking 12 people? Like just
'Cause they
Morlock
got a
them?
fucking underground fucking base, man. They're gonna be
Man,
fucking
fuck
laborers.
off. Don't fucking tease me, man. Don't fuck with my emotions.
I'm
like
just
that, man.
saying, like, I know they're not gonna really do it. It's just like, when I think of fucking underground base, I think of like the undergrounds being the smart ones and like the ones up top being the fucking laborers. Like, that's another facet to it. Or just some fucking others shit. But like, if you're talking like fucked up, it's so advanced down there, but so primitive up there, that's what I think of Star Trek wise. They need bodies. But it is fucking weird. They need 12 people. It's like,
Yeah, I'm
they
like, what
just
are they gonna do? Fucking
slate.
Sprite bottle them and turn them into fucking
That shit, it's
Morlocks?
it's fucking weird, man. Like, I almost want it for them to never be revealed, like fully all the way.
They
That way,
might not. Like,
yeah, that way
honestly, they
they
might
could
not.
always be headcanon and they never say exactly what they're doing with people. That shit would be basically like, if we can fucking spore that shit, we can fucking have like secret society headcanon. That shit would be cool. I mean, fucking shit, like what if they're part of the fucking spore conspiracy? Like they knew this shit was coming. It's not 2 years for them. Like, this shit's like fucking 200 years for them. They've been waiting. That's why they talk so fucked. They only came out to the surface after this shit got spored. Maybe they're not human. Maybe they're fucking... Okay, I'll stop now. But you get the gist. It's like maybe we can connect them to the whole spore invasion. That was a bit weird. Like, why did Michonne have to get so fucking fucked up by one person? Like, it's not like she was like so fucking like 8 feet tall, like fucking Bruiser or something. That one Morlock. She was just like a base Morlock. Yeah, maybe she had some fighting prowess or something. You could say she just happened to be one of the weird like pugilists or something. But like, I don't know. I thought it was excessive how fucking fucked up she got. I'm not saying like, oh, Michonne, I'm losing respect for Michonne now. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's just like, in terms of everything we know about her, about Michonne, I feel like she shouldn't have had that much trouble with just one person. Kind of like Rick in that Walker. It's like, would he really have had that much trouble with him? But I'd rather her get fucking bodied than fucking killed. It just seems somewhat like,
Like that she got nerfed so much.
yeah,
Like I
basically.
I never got the impression that the fucking Morlocks are like such fucking badass combatants. Like Michonne like can handle her fucking shit. Like why'd she get so fucking walloped? Until Michonne managed to leverage her off the building, Michonne was so fucking beat up.
And Morlocks also have more resources than I gave them credit for. I thought that shit was like fucking like Negan's troops or something at first, other than the bikes. I'm like, they have like that many fucking fucked up dump trucks and the gas for them?
Yeah,
Like,
they
what
must
the
have some fucking
fuck?
shit going on.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
thought they were literally just like chilling in that fucking dump.
yeah, like,
But I did notice something. The dump trucks made me remember it. They had a fucking helipad in that fucking shit. When she takes Rick up to the top and is like, this is all our shit, there was like a helipad that was completely fucking cleaned off. There was nothing on it.
man, you made a joke like last week where someone ridiculous, it was a ridiculous situation, but someone was holding on. Was it Rick?
Maybe. It was like Captain America, like they were holding the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, they were
chopper,
holding
right?
on just by pure strength, but like maybe it was Rick. I feel like it was something way weirder though. Hmm. It would be fucked up if we never saw Sherry again.
Yeah,
Not like fucked up, like oh, I need to see her again. It's just like,
she's just gone. We don't know what happened.
yeah, it's just kind of weird. Cause like another thing about Dwight's reasoning or motivation is that like Sherry will be found at some point, and he knows it. That's how I'd feel, anyways. It's like, yeah, she's
Yeah,
gone
like
for now, but
he needs to fuck up Negan before she gets discovered by one of the outposts.
yeah.
Kuraki.
I mean, if we had more runtime, it would be cool. It would be cool to see the gears turning in Dwight's head. His reasoning for this, the timing for Rick's like mutiny, and him deciding like, hey, maybe I should throw on with them shit.
He might have literally decided that shit on the fucking fly. He might have been out having a fucking smoke or doing a patrol, and he just ran into Rosita, and he's like, "Fuck it," and like went back to Alexandria with her. Like it could have been just like a snap decision. He's like, he's sick of fucking eating Negan shit, and like he doesn't need to protect fucking Sherry anymore.
Yeah, very interesting. How come fucking Eugene dropped the fucking thing?
What
The
thing?
weird stuffed animal. What did he call it?
A Greebly Gromp or something?
Yeah.
He dropped it?
I don't see him having it anymore.
Oh, but you didn't see a scene of him like
No,
fucking
no, I don't
shooting
mean
it.
like he literally dropped it. I meant like he doesn't have
No,
it
like at
anymore.
the fence when Sasha was watching him with the scope, he had it in his pocket. but maybe he didn't take it outside of the base. Like he left it in his room at the sanctuary. The sanctuary? What the fuck is the sanctuary? That's the Savior base. Why is it fucking called the sanctuary? I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. They call themselves the Saviors. Like, that's their sanctuary. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. You lying to me? That shit was just weird to me, how incredulous fucking Rick was.
No, that
Like,
shit is
over
funny.
the
Like that's why I'm
sanctuary.
like laughing. I'm just working on something like he like barely accepts fine. Like it's very weird. And I think you're lying, but I'm gonna roll with it for now. Just don't fucking make any more fucking weird moves. And then like basically it's convoluted as fuck, but the punchline is like he says some fucking like return trip shit. And like Rick is so like he's like fucking like upside down. He's so fucking sideways slant.
Like, his head fucking, like, Dragon Ball pee-peed.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, like
I don't know. I just thought it was weird when it was like Dwight's like, yeah, we'll go back to the sanctuary. What the hell is the sanctuary? Like, what the fuck do you think it is, Rick? Fucking dumbass. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking weird, but when he said that, I knew he was talking about Negan's face.
this is a funny gag though. It's like so and he understand like he basically feigns like he understands. And every tactical plan later on, like when they're like in the room like talking about all right, so we're gonna hit the sanctuary here and Rick's like nodding but kinda looking at them. You know what I mean?
He's trying so fucking hard to not turn his head sideways. Like, you see the muscles in
This
his
shit's
neck like
fucking
twitching.
jaggy.
If Rick had a real Ghostbusters action figure from back in the day, he'd like squeeze his legs together and his gun would come up and his head would go to the side. Like, why didn't Jadis
Or like that
fucking
weird
cap
fucking
Rick?
shady ass prisoner. Like if you squeeze his legs, like he takes a sideways swipe at you.
There's a prison guard one, and you squeeze his legs together, and it like pulls a prisoner into a cell.
I'm sorry, I feel like I made you forget what were you saying?
Oh, why didn't Jadis cap Rick?
Probably because she was fucking turned on by him. Now that I'm
But I
thinking
mean,
about
like,
it.
then,
Or
like, why
probably
did she
not.
stand there aiming the fucking piece at him
Well,
for so
it's because like
fucking long?
she knew that like you mean when they were on top of that fucking thing.
Yeah, and like, her fucking people are getting shot around her,
Well,
and she's
like
just
you like
standing
we
there
like you
aiming the
pointed
fucking
out,
piece at him.
they're not afraid of death. Like if
Yeah,
it comes down to
yeah.
it, they don't want to starve to death. They're not afraid. And Negan obviously wants Rick alive, so
Yeah.
why go through all this fucking trouble if we could just cap him? I thought the same thing too. I'm like, it is kind of weird. Like there, people are getting like, how long is this gonna go on before she like
It was
does
almost
something?
comical to me. Like, it almost seemed like a fucking gag. It's like so many of her people are getting shot, and she's just standing there aiming the fucking gat at Rick.
Now Dwight He's in a really good spot. I mean, what isn't he? To just take Negan out at any fucking moment. He can just put a fucking gun to his head and fucking blow brains out. In terms of the overall, everyone is Negan infrastructure, though. That's the unknown. I imagine it's something like, okay, I know I can take Negan out at any time, but as soon as I do, there's all this infrastructure we still need to worry about.
Yeah, they kind of need to do that fucking coordinated hit.
Yeah, but I just don't see. Yeah, I don't see the reasoning of like, well, can't we just take Negan out first?
I don't see why Dwight couldn't kill Negan in his sleep and then just fucking sneak the fuck out or something.
I mean, I don't see why he couldn't have killed him right there as they were driving away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they need Negan to be alive for the next season.
Yeah, I know
They
this.
can't
Yeah.
kill him off screen.
Yeah, even I don't exactly want Negan dead. It's not that I want him dead, because he's still really entertaining to me. It's just, in terms of the overall thing, though, like he should have just been killed right here.
Yeah, like, why didn't they jump in a fucking car and chase him?
You know, because someone like tied like a shirt or something around the gates or some shit. What the fuck was that? Like such a fucking piece of like gym cloth.
I think it was this T-shirt that they found by this weird little dumpster kiosk. A garbage truck would be a pretty good vehicle, to roll around in.
The weight of it.
Yeah, it's got a
Good to
lot of
run
weight.
people over.
It's got a lot of weight. The cab is really high up. You're above ground level. Like, walkers would have a hard time reaching in the window, if they could even reach to it. Has a large hauling capacity. Like, if you wash the back out, it can hold a lot of shit.
You
Or,
can fuck
like-
up Shredder.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you could put stuff in there and, like, hydraulically crush it. So, like, if you're collecting, like, wood or something, you could put a bunch of wood in there and, like, squash the fucking shit out of it if you're just gonna burn it. Like, you could compress it a bunch,
Really?
so you could
That would
effectively
work.
carry more.
So if you like got like a log and like pancaked, it would still be good.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's actually interesting. How tough like would like a big ass tree trunk be
No, you
up
probably
against the
couldn't, you couldn't fuck it up that much. But, I mean, you could also, like, squeeze a bunch of the fucking oil out of the wood, maybe.
What would that do?
You could burn it or just use it as, like, fuel oil, like sappy fucking resin shit.
Interesting. That fucking smelted shit on those walkers that Eugene set up was not looking very structurally sound, in my
No,
opinion.
it wasn't.
It was not what I was picturing, because I was picturing some like, it's basically like some fucking, like finna
Silver
bender
Surfer
shit. Yeah, something like that. Like, such a fucking like T-1000 walk by and take like a fucking double take on it. Cause like that shit as it is, maybe it would keep the head intact, but it's not gonna keep like the shit from detaching. Not really.
I don't understand, though. Why do the walkers fall apart if they're chained to a fence? But if they're out walking around, they're fucking fine.
I don't know. Maybe they're not. What
Well, then how
exactly is
come we don't
happening on the
find-
fence? Like them being there is deterring other walkers, right?
Yeah, I think it stops other walkers, and it stops people from sneaking up. Or it's supposed to, but I mean,
Yeah.
It obviously
just-
didn't work because fucking Rosita and fucking Sasha just waltzed straight up to it.
Yeah,
They
it's
like
a weird one.
fucking shot some fucking weird ass balloon. Eugene, we're getting you out of here.
Rosita did seem pretty hurt. That Eugene
She
had
fucking
flipped.
gave him both fucking barrels. Like, she was excessively fucking mean to him.
Yeah, that's why I found it like kind of odd. It's like I know she didn't mean it exact. I honestly couldn't tell if she meant it. Honestly, like the type of person she is, I could see her really thinking Eugene is like the scummiest of scum
Yeah.
because of the type of survivor she was. Presumably before and after the apocalypse. But I mean, she was also going through a lot of fucking shit. I mean,
Yeah, it's just fucked writing.
it is cool that Maggie was mad anticipating that Rambo with Gregory. She pretty much like was assuming she's going to fuck up their plans. At least that's how I took it anyways. Like, yeah, he's on his
Yeah,
way to some shit
it-
and
It does annoy me that Maggie is not getting bed rest, though.
yeah, I cringe every time I see that shit. Ever since you said it, it's like shitty writing. Shitty writing.
It's just
Shitty
shitty
writing.
fucking writing. Like, why do they need to make her so fucking vulnerable then? Be like, oh, like this was just some normal ass fucking hematoma shit. Like, you're perfectly fine. You don't need to worry. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
It was
something
scary,
detached
but, like,
inside. Like,
yeah,
that does not
like,
sound cool. That's like
they're like, you
it can
need to
detach
fucking not
again
move to, like, let this shit fucking heal.
and
Or you're gonna lose
reattach.
the baby. And she's just, like, fucking around doing so much fucking shit. And I'm just like, ugh.
I almost want a super time skip just so I can see fucking Glenn's kid. Like, be so fucking Glenn, too.
Like, it's the same actor.
No. No. It's just like, it would just be weird for like such a toddler to be like Scoutmaster. It'd be too fucking much for me.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool to see Maggie teaching the kid like stuff that Glenn taught her. It's like your father taught me this. That'd be heartwarming, and not in a fucking weird sexual way. Fucking freak.
No, I didn't. You didn't even fucking think that. Come on, man. What do you think I'm thinking? I'm sure you can guess. It wasn't sexual. Like, I'll teach you something like I saw Glenn do once.
Like I thought you were thinking of like she's like getting buck naked in a
No.
dirty hallway.
No, I meant like fucking like bringing them down into a fucking well. I mean, if you want to take it sexual, it'd be like, all right, mom, I'm gonna go on a run with fucking like this girl. Like there's a pharmacy or something. And she's like, mm-hmm. That would be like sexual, but like it'd be kind of cute too. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh well, sometimes things can happen in those pharmacies. What are you talking about, mom? Who would have sex in a pharmacy in the middle of this shit? She's just like, Herschel would be a fucking weird name though. Like it's too dated or something.
Fucking Gershel.
Herschel.
What?
Like Urkel.